Hello, everyone, and welcome to Advance 1.0 Integrating Faith and Career. My name is CHUKWUKA Humphrey Onu, and I'll be guiding you on navigating pathways to scholarships. Here is a brief rundown of the content of this section. I'll be giving a brief introduction and a brief talk about me, some powerful nuggets, my success story, the success process that has been guiding me. We're going to look at various things, and stay tuned, be excited, relax, get ready, get your pen and paper ready to write down some important information I'm going to be sharing this afternoon. My goal in this section is to guide us on the practical tools, the tips that would help you build confidence in navigating pathways to winning scholarships. So most of us don't have the confidence on how to navigate pathways. And I believe that you're going to be learning something strategic this afternoon to help you to navigate your pathways to winning scholarships. This is a brief introduction about me, my education experiences, currently a student of Technical University Berlin, and studying process and energy engineering. And you can have a look at the screen. This is my work experiences. Yeah, nice meeting you. So there are various powerful nuggets that I feel that is important that we should have an idea of this afternoon to be able to guide us through this section. Malcolm said something. He said, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it. So most of us are here today because we want to prepare for the future. We want to thrive in the future. We want to thrive in our career. So education is a passport. Learning, continuous learning is a process that we need to be able to prepare for the future. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So I would like to celebrate you for coming here. So invest in your knowledge. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. It says it all. So the fourth nugget, excellence is a high quality that delivers the gold nugget of success. Mark made a profounding statement here. Excellence, seest thou a man diligent in his business. Seest thou a man diligent in his business, he shall sit before kings. So excellence takes you to that place that you have desired to be. When you see yourself excellent in everything you do, it takes you to the path of your success. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you would never cease to grow. So I want to also thank you for being here. Without you being here, this program would not be a successful one. So it's a path to growth, and I encourage you for taking that bold step. I thank you for taking that bold step. So let's dive into several things we have for you today. The success process. John Maxwell, many of us know him. He a very profound writer, and he has made some profound statement that has guided me in my success process. You know, I've been able to set goals, and these goals has guided me through what John Maxwell said. Let's look at it. He said, your dreams determines your goals map out your actions create results, and the results bring you success. If I have a dream to win a scholarship, I should be able to draft out goals on how to achieve this dream of winning a scholarship. And these my goals that I have drafted out should help me take strategic actions, which includes getting my international passport, making some research about the scholarships, knowing what I need, looking out for people, looking out for mentorships, mentors that has gone ahead of me in this process. And these my actions, the actions I take towards these goals helps me to create results, and these results brings me success. It brings me the scholarship. So for you to be able to attain anything in your career, you need first to have a dream. You need first to have a dream. And when you have a dream, you'll be able to create goals towards the dream. Many of us have dreams, but we don't create goals. Many of us have goals, but we don't carry out actions. Actions to actualize these goals is one thing. That is this popular saying that that vision without actions is television. Vision without actions is television. So you have a vision, you have a goal towards something, and you don't take the necessary action to achieve it. It becomes a televised goal. A televised goal, actually. So I believe this success process would guide you in achieving a lot of things in your career. So we're going to be diving into the types of scholarships. There are various types of scholarships. There are in-country scholarships and there are overseas scholarships. So in-country scholarships that are open to undergraduates includes Agbami scholarship, um, uh, MTN scholarships, NNPC scholarships, CEPLAT scholarship. There are a lot of scholarship. NLNG means Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas scholarships, PTDF scholarship, and these scholarships are also open to graduate, but for in-country scholarships, mostly for undergraduate, we have PTDF scholarship, that in-country scholarship, where the German Academic Exchange Service sponsors students who intend to do their masters in their home country and pay you something about 450 to 500 euros. I don't have the right information about that. So these scholarships are open. There are lots of in-country scholarships open to undergraduates. So I encourage everyone that's seated here, if you're still in the university and you're within your 100, 200 level, these scholarships are open to you. Open to you. It's open to you. You can make your research online. Maybe we can talk about, have a section for that some other time. So there are various overseas scholarships. We have the Shell Scholarship, which is restricted to United Kingdom, and they sponsor maximum of 4 to 5 persons, very competitive. We have the AJIP scholarships, which is also in the United Kingdom, sponsoring about less than 10 persons. Also, the NDC scholarships open to majorly people from the oil producing states. If you know your oil producing states, you're from the oil producing states, celebrate yourself. People from Abia State, Imo State, River State, Delta State, I think Ondo State also, and some other state. I don't know how Ondo State entered there, but yeah, and NLNG scholarships open to everyone, but strictly for the United Kingdom, and they have a very few number of persons that they sponsor. Then the PTDF scholarship, which is very, very nice. I encourage everyone to participate in it. It's open to countries in the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Malaysia, and China. And I'm actually a beneficiary of PTDF scholarship. We have the Federal Scholarship Board. Most persons don't have an idea about this scholarship. It's a scholarship that opens you up to countries like Hungary, Ukraine, Russia, and etc. There are various scholarships. If they also sponsor undergraduate overseas scholarship, a Federal Scholarship Board. I know some persons that have won this scholarship. So if you are here and you're a parent and you have your child is in their SS3, they can actually apply for these scholarships when they are done with their West African examination, and apply for this scholarship. It's an easy way to, especially those that want to study medicine, pharmacy. They can go to Hungary. Hungary is one of the best places you can study medicine for undergraduates. And we have the Commonwealth Scholarship, which is open to the United Kingdom and Swedish scholarship. They have scholarships in the Netherlands. We have scholarships in Denmark, open to Nigerians. A lot of scholarships. So the Rhodes scholarships is just for you to be able to do your research well. There are a lot of informations that are in Twitter. Exactly. So what do you use your social media for? It's very important. What do you use your social media for? Are you just there to just watch comedy videos and whatnot? So basically, these medias are open for you to outsource information. So I'll be focusing on a very few scholarship, and I would like you to join me as I walk you through it. We have the Chevening Scholarship. I know that many of us have heard about Chevening Scholarship. Chevening Scholarship is a scholarship that is offered by the United Kingdom government in over 160 countries, in which Nigeria is one of them. And the Chevening Scholarship is sponsors recipients for a one-year master's degree program, basically in universities in the United Kingdom. This scholarship covers your tuition fees, your stipends, your travel costs, your health insurance, your visa applications. And if you visit their website, you can have more information about the Chevening Scholarship. Currently, Chevening Scholarship is closed, and this scholarship aims to cultivate the next generation leaders. Most especially if you look at the essays that are required for Chevening scholarships, is basically leadership, leadership, leadership. So if you thrive in the leadership position, I would encourage you to apply for this scholarship. It's open to everyone, and they would want you to play a very pivotal roles in your home country. So they encourage you to return back to your home country after studying in the United Kingdom. I know some of us don't like this information where you say you have to come back. You have to come back to develop Nigeria. We need you in Nigeria to be able to implement those ideas that God has given to you, to implement it in the country. So that leadership experience, it exposes you to a lot of it. So the Chevening Scholarship also mandates applicants to have a minimum of 2 years work experience. So some people will say, oh, I don't have up to 2 years work experience. Let me shock you. You are serving, or you have served in Nigeria, the compulsory National Youth Service Corps, and that's actually a work experience for 12 months. Work experience. So you can actually use this, build around it. You did internships in your 400 level, those that are open to internship, especially the science people. Both your part-time works, your full-time work, your voluntary experiences, paid internships, unpaid internships, this can help you build your profile. So you don't have to wait to get that dream job to use it. So applicants must have completed an undergraduate degree before submitting their application. So this is basically for Chevening Scholarship. I don't want to dive into it. Last year, we had a wonderful section from a Chevening Scholar, and I know that many of us missed out of it. So we'll try to plan another scholarship section. Now, there's another interesting scholarship I would like to talk about, the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree Scholarship. This scholarship is a 2-year scholarship and is sponsored by and organized by the European Commission, and welcomes applicants from all countries worldwide. From any country of the world, you are open to apply for this program. And the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship have a catalog that covers all field of study, So it covers all field of study. There are about 193 programs contained in the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. So we did a video section on Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. I would encourage you to visit our YouTube channel and be able to watch that video. It would guide you on how to make research. Oh, I studied animal science. How do I get scholarship for animal science? I studied accountancy. How do I see scholarships for accountancy, especially for the Erasmus Mundus scholarship? Erasmus Mundus gives you the ability to travel between countries. You can do your master's program in Germany, for example, and also the second year you do it in Spain. You can do your program in 4 countries. It helps you to travel around, have fun in Europe. Yeah, so the application period is between September to January. So there are a lot of programs that are ongoing right now. So if you are interested in Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, I will encourage you to visit the Erasmus Mundus catalogs, where you have a large variety of programs where you can search and apply for. So I would encourage you to do that. And if you need help with that, you should visit our YouTube channel, and there you would find how to win Erasmus scholarship by an Erasmus scholar. He did very good justice to that. He also guided you on how to make your research, how to find a program that suits you. Sincerely, I learned a lot from that, because I don't know how to apply for Erasmus. I was always running away from applying for Erasmus because I felt it's very complicated. But that video does a lot. So visit that YouTube channel, subscribe, and watch it. It will bless you. So, and here comes the DAD scholarship, German Academic Exchange Service. I don't want to go into the Dutch name. So because it's very long, So the German scholarship, many people don't have idea about this scholarship. It's open for master's program, it's open for PhD program, it's open for research grants in Germany. And this scholarship gives you the ability to bring your spouse, they sponsor your spouse, and also pays them monthly while they're here with you without them even working. The scholarship pays masters 934 euros per month currently, and PhD 1,300 euros per month, and also give you some research allowances, gives you the ability to learn languages, sponsor you for free. If you want to visit your home country, they pay your transport. You can just go and come back. Very, very nice scholarship. So here I'm going to also talk about research funding in US and Canada. In the US and Canada, they have a different kind of way you get fundings. They call it research fundings, research grants. It's not like purely, maybe it's a scholarship. Yeah, it's scholarship but they're not going to sponsor your flight. So it's basically research funding. In US, MSc is between 2 to 3 years, maximum 2 years. I just put 2 to 3 years just for people that have delays. Minimum requirements, a BSc, we don't have as much fundings like that of the PhD. Assistantships are available. I know people that got fundings for MSc in the United States of America, but it's not pronounced as the PhD. In PhD, you can get research funding for your PhDs between, the stipends between $20,000 to $55,000 with your fees included, everything included. And during this application period, you pay an application fee, although there are waivers, there are schools that have waivers, and the language requirement is normally waived for Nigerians, but some schools insist that you have to exhibit some language abilities. So PhD, you can also apply for PhD in the United States using your bachelor's degree, and it will last for 5 years. I have seen a lot of people do this. So also in Canada, this is also same. In Canada, the minimum requirement for a PhD in Canada is your MSc. Canada, in exceptional cases, they would consider bachelor's degree, but it's very rare. And in Canada, they don't waive application fee. You have to pay that money so much. So, and there's a lot of research funding given in Canada, and it's about 20,000 Canadian dollars, sorry, and to 35,000 Canadian dollars. And I think you have to pay your fees too. So the sources of funding for in US and Canada, your supervisor is a source of funding. You can get funding from external agencies, so and other scholarships in Canada. The very important thing here about the research in research funding in Canada and US is that you have to find a supervisor. The major route is finding a supervisor, finding someone that wants to sponsor you, finding someone that have a research grant. And there are many places where you can find them. You can see a lot of information on LinkedIn. Google, you can visit the institutional website, Twitter. Yes, research conferences. And in most cases, you are advised to get a supervisor before application. So I'll advise you to get a supervisor before application. So if you are planning to apply to get a funding for fall 2025, that is fall 2025 is people that resume school in August 2025. This period is the best time to apply. Reach out to professors. I would suggest you write a mail, what we call code mail, to professors. You write a code mail to professors requesting if they have a research grant or you want to work with them. So you can do a very good research, read about the professor's research areas in Google Scholar. That's what I use. Google Scholar is where you have a lot of publications from a particular person. You could see the research they are working on. You could see their research profile, and you'll be able to tailor your research interest to their research interest. So what documents are required to submit an application? Documents required to submit an application. This is the most important thing you should start if you're interested in winning scholarships. So I advise people, I believe that I'm also talking to graduates, out of graduates, core members, and people that also want to apply for scholarships. So documents are required. First, a university degree for overseas scholarship, a university degree. It says it all. Then your curriculum vitae. Now, the curriculum vitae varies as scholarship, but they share something in common. So there are things that you should not put on your curriculum vitae. Your marital status. We don't want to know if you're married or single. We don't want to know that. 2, your date of birth. I don't want to know that you were born in 1985 or 2002. I don't want to know that you're from Plateau State, Kogi State, Imo State. I don't want to know that. So you should not, then don't also put your referees. So there are various some if I'm applying for a scholarship or research grant, research funding in the United States of America and Canada, I would not put my picture on the CV. There are various CV formats, and you can Google online. You can have a section for that for scholarships. So then it also comprises, you have to impute some other things like your volunteering experience, your leadership experience. Everything plays a role. Yes, as somebody will say, oh, I don't have any volunteering experience, but you're a worker in church. Yes, I used one of the scholarship I applied for. Yeah, that scholarship I can remember. I used my leadership experience in the church, a non-governmental organization where I served in that capacity. I was able to lead 120 people, youth, young adults. Yes. So your role in the church is very important. So if you're not joining a service unit, please, I encourage you to join one. It helps you to build your leadership experience. So you're not joining, you're going to serve God, please. Let's get it clear. You're not joining the church for you to have a leadership experience add to your CV, but I'm trying to encourage you to do that. So your letter of motivation, your statement of purpose. Some people will say in the Europe, letter of motivation letter. In the US, Canada, statement of purpose. Some places, statement of purpose. You hear they mean the same thing. They actually mean the same thing. So I'm going to have a section for that here this afternoon. So standardized exams, the GMAT exam, the GRE exam, graduate rocket examination, the TOEFL exam, the IELTS. You should be able to have obtained your passport. You want to travel abroad. You want a scholarship, and you're applying for a scholarship. You don't have a passport. Can you reason that with me? Where are you going? You don't have a passport. So you have to take the bold step of it to first get a passport. Now, you have to also obtain your university transcript, which is very important. Get your university transcripts. I encourage people that once you graduate, immediately start applying for your transcript. Also get proofs of internships, proof of other scholarships, maybe undergraduate scholarships, proof of extracurricular activities. You belong to a club, you belong to whatnot, your recommendation letters. Get in touch with your lecturers as early as possible. I encourage you that once you're out of the university, get in touch, be in touch with your lecturers, because you would need them. If you are applying for scholarship, you would need them. So once in a while, get in touch, send a message, keep in touch, happy new month messages. Just keep in touch. Let the person have you at heart, so that when the time comes, he's be able to do things for you very easy. You understand the country we are from, our blessed nation. You understand? So you have to build relationships in that aspect, because building relationship would help you to get good recommendation letters. Now, the almighty statement of purpose. All you need to know about statement of purpose, I'm going to be exposing that here right now. So get your pen and paper and start writing. Now, these are there are questions which your statement of purpose should answer. What is statement of purpose? Statement of purpose is like a written essay that you submit during your application that helps the examiner or helps the scholarship personnel to be able to understand your intentions, your motives of applying for this scholarship, the reason why they should pick you above others, and your ability to write an outstanding statement of purpose makes your application stand out. Although the application is looked at holistically, but having an outstanding statement of purpose puts you in the right directions. So what should your statement of purpose answer? A statement of purpose should be able to tell us your intended course of study, the course in which you intend to pursue. Your statement of purpose should be able to tell me about your motivation for solely pursuing this degree. Your statement of purpose should be able to tell me what motivated you to apply for this particular school. Oh, I'm trying to apply for Technical University, Munich. What motivates you to apply for this school? What do you appreciate about the scholarship? What do you appreciate about the school? Please, I'm talking in respect to every area, Europe, US, Canada. So I'm not specifically pointing out one particular area. What aspects do you appreciate about the scholarship? What is the extent and nature of your experience in your field? In that field you want to apply for, what is the nature and your experience? Is your current experience pertinent to your choice of degree, or is different? Why do you want to change? You'll be able to answer these questions. What supplementary skills do you intend to acquire from the degree? What's your intentions after you have graduated from this program? Are you interested in studying or conducting research with a certain professor? If yes, tell me more about the professor. What interests you? It shows that you have actually done your research. What particular competencies do you offer? Why should I choose you above every other? I had a scholarship interview, and this was the question I was asked. Why should we pick you above 2,000 persons that applied for this scholarship? How would you describe your personality? Can you interact with people? What is the significance of us? What is the significance of this scholarship? Or what is your significance? What role did you bring to us and to your classmates? What are your expectations regarding both the graduate program and the university? So all these questions should be, your SOP should be able to capture it. I should be able to look through and be able to tick all the dots. So it makes your SOP stand out. Now, strategies for writing an SOP. The first strategy, write stories. Master the act of storytelling. Master the art of storytelling. Most of us don't know how to tell stories. Okay, I'm going to read two profound stories for me. So if I ask you, would you want to read a novel or read a newspaper? newspapers are boring. Oh, but when you are reading a novel, you you are enthused about the story. You have emotional connection with that novel. All right. So that is your SOP. The reader of your SOP should be able to connect with you emotionally. Master the art of storytelling. Most of us don't know how to tell stories, you know. So I'm going to read two stories, and I would like you to tell me which you like. The first story. Now look at someone who just start. I'm used to working in a multinational software company in the development team, and I had to do the same job every day. Good stuff. There were nothing new for me to learn to work, and there was nothing very exciting about going to the office. One day I decided that I have to get out of here. So I applied to college to study high courses and get a better job. Now, look at another person's. How does that sound to you? Does that sound like a story? Okay, look at this. Late in the night, one Monday, I found out myself in the middle of a deserted office. 50,000 lines of code. Oh, full of caffeine in my bloodstream and an empty life beyond office. I realized that the computer started coding my brain and controlling my life. No longer wanting to learn to let the machines feed on me, I decided that college would be my salvation. Now, you'll be able to connect. Oh, I can feel how this guy is feeling. Okay, so write a convincing story. I wrote a story like one of my SOPs. I said, oh, how when I was trying to write about sustainable development, I was like, growing up in the city of Port Harcourt, where every morning there are a lot of noises, there are a lot of fumes in the air. We saw gas flaring and we saw fires and we enjoyed it, but we didn't know. We wash our clothes, white clothes, and in the afternoon it becomes black. There are a lot of things being deposited on it. I begin to wonder. My mom will always guide me and say, let's plant trees, let's plant trees. And I begin to wonder, what's the reason of planting trees? You see, you are beginning to build an emotional connection. The person is beginning to imagine your story. So it's very important to learn the act of storytelling. Quantify your stories, the stories you want to tell. Is there a particular solution, need, or a problem? Be able to, you know, let there be step by step quantification. Be specific. What have you done about this problem or try to do? So we look at all these things. It's very important. Customize your essay. What are you doing to achieve your goals? Your expected outcome. What are you doing? Oh, I intend to go to graduate school because I saw this problem and I want to solve this problem. Sell yourself. Sell yourself. So decide how you want to portray yourself while being yourself. Some of us don't know how to sell ourselves. Tell us how you're very passionate about the field of study you have chosen. Tell us that you are an intelligent student who can withstand the academic workload of a graduate program. Tell us how well prepared academically and personally and eager to study new courses. Tell us you are able to take the challenges of studying at an international graduate school. Tell us you are able to build and maintain a good rapport with professors and fellow grad students. Tell us you're able to finish the graduate degree within time and graduate with a good percentage, a good result. Tell us about a potential remarkable representative you can be for the university in the future. So sell yourself. If you're a product, why should I buy you? So some people don't know how to sell themselves. Okay, now just imagine your iPhone or your Samsung S23 Ultra or your Google Pixel 9. Now, and I'm presented with Samsung S23 Ultra and Google Pixel 9. Give me reasons why I should buy Google Pixel now 9 ahead of. So be able to sell yourself and be yourself. Don't sound arrogant. Be humble, but sell yourself. Now, finally, proofread proofread, edit, and reread. You don't know it all. So that's why there is a need to have someone that can proofread your essays for you. You have friends you can send to, they read, correct you, you make adjustments. So now, these are final checklist. I would say the final checklist after writing your SOP. So these are the things where I've mentioned some of them that your SOP should be able to capture. If I have written my SOP, okay, I look, okay, did I introduce myself in a unique manner? Yes. Did I demonstrate my passion for the field? Okay, yes. Did I write a story about my background? Yes. My experience? No. Okay, let me add it. Did I describe my academic background in the field? Yes. If I'm changing a field of study, why should I change? Did I describe it? Yes. Are there specific courses that I attended that I have listed that will help me boost my profile? Yes. Are there some professors I would like to work with? Are there some extracurricular activities I have gotten myself involved in? Are there some publications that I have and I've made them in this SOP? Yes. So now, after doing all this, the final, pray, pray. I'm saying, I don't know for other people, but this is what has worked for me. So I'm sharing my experience also with you. Pray. Prayer moves mountain. God's response to prayers is answers. A favorite quote by Pastor Emmanuel Stephen: God's response to prayers is answers. So pray, 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 pray. Commit it to God. Commit it to God. You have done your due diligence. Let God do his own. So I'm going to tell you my story. So this is my second attempt for PTDF scholarship, and I won it, and I also won the third PTDF scholarship. So after my first attempt, I did some introspection. I tried to find out what I did not do well, because I had a very good interview that day, and I tried to find out what I did not do well. It was really painful to get rejections, but I must tell you, rejections helps you to be stronger. Just know that the more rejections you get, the closer you are to your breakthrough. The more rejections you get, the closer you are to your breakthrough. If the challenges is so much, the closer you are to your breakthrough. So I just kept on going. I kept on going. So I get started. I started preparing ahead. I know what I needed. I started getting them early before the sort of the. I started writing my SOPs, my motivation letter, because in Germany here we use motivation letter. I wrote my motivation letter in line with everything I have told you. Now I wanted to change a field. I studied petroleum engineering, and I wanted to move to process engineering. I wanted to move to something different, energy engineering. So I was able to draft my SOP in that line, how I told the story, and I had an experience in process engineering, and I built around my experience, and I submitted my application. After submitting my application, I joined. I would share this testimony with us. I remember then in 2021, 2021, yes, there was this Pursuing Realities program we normally have with Penel Global Family, Pursuing Realities. And it was in the afternoon. It was midday prayers at 12. It was midday prayers at 12. And I've done this application. So I was committing it into God's hands. Midday prayers at 12. I remember that day, my father, Pastor Emmanuel Stephen, he made a profound statement. I used to join, and because of my activities, sometimes I would not join. And that afternoon, he said, write out the things you want God to do for you right now, right now. At 12 in the afternoon, I think it was 12 to 12:15. Normally, it was 15 minutes prayers. 12 to 12:15, very simple. 12 to 12:15, people connect by 12. And I was joining. Then I think I was at home. So, and For no just reason, the prayer lasted for 30 minutes or thereabout. So I was there and he mentioned that. So I wrote down, oh, then I was looking for a job. Then I mentioned it and scholarship. And I was praying. And that he made some declarations that day. I took it, I wrote it down. That's that same day. The next pursuing realities, that is the next day for the prayers, I got invited for an internship that I was hoping for. I was just okay, trying to do one or two things and getting ready for that 12 o'clock, and it happened. So that was it. And after that prayers, 2 months later, I got my congratulations. You have to forget everything you have suffered and passed through and all the essays, sleepless night of reading and rewriting essays. So that was my story. And I believe that it has really motivated someone to be able to apply for graduate school. Is a lot, but you have to give in your best. You have to give in your best to this. So I got ready for my studies. I'm currently in Germany and doing my studies in my final lab, doing my thesis. And yeah, God has been wonderful. So stay tuned and don't leave. Wait till the final part of this advanced 1.0 conference. God's servant is going to make some declarations in your life. Remain blessed. Thank you for being part of this section. Any questions? We're going to take your questions at the end. We will have a general question. Thank you. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on Instagram. Thank you and God bless.